everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And checking out some numbers for D'Anthony Melton.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. D'Anthony Melton out there with Russell. Then it's Williams. Then it's Johnson, and it's Sharp in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Philadelphia, we've got Joel Embiid, Maxey out there with the great one. Then it's Paul George, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. And both of these teams, Greg, have a couple games in the NBA Cup under their belts. They've gotten off to pretty good starts.
And I got to believe they both like the position they're in. And tonight will be huge in determining if they can make those knockout games. It's pretty much a must-win.
6 on the shot clock. Johnson surveying the floor. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. In the corner. Pass to the great one. Here's Yabusele. Outside, Maxey. A 3-ball. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point game. Lets it go from deep. And Embiid pulls it down.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from the great one. Melton, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to the great one. There's the 3. And it's Russell with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Melton kicks to Russell. Now here's Johnson. Back to Russell. Trying to end the drought. Hits it from three-point range.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
Yabusele off a pick from the great one. Here's Yabusele. Covered by Johnson. No good from Yabusele. And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
Drains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Johnson outside. On the wing, Melton. Russell feeling it out a bit. Sharp with a screen on Maxey. And it's Russell missing. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's George. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Sharp. Down low. Here's Melton. And Embiid with the block.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Now here's Embiid. 23 points his last outing over Sharp. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Gets it to go. That one good for Melton.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
It's stolen by Johnson. Russell against Maxey. The kick out to Williams. Johnson, the pass to Sharp. And here's Melton. The Nets working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And he goes in for the dunk.
I love that Cam Johnson is looking for the best shot available. What a pretty pass.
George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Johnson outside. And he banks in the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
For the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Here's Russell after the made shot from the great one. Outside, Russell puts up a three. And it's the great one with the rebound. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance NP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Sharp sets the pick for Russell. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's the great one. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Al Russell. A 17-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more. This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Williams up on top. Here's Melton. Good on the three-point shot. Melton's got 8.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 14. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for Yabusele. Wilson, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Russell kicks to Melton. Back to Russell. Johnson for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This team is on quite a run. They're in the midst of a 14-game winning streak.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
And here's Russell after the three-pointer from the great one. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Doris, what's the key for a team like the Nets, who have to hit the reset button, so to speak?
I think, Kevin, you have to find consistency at the head coaching position, because then you can set clear and achievable goals for your team going forward. You set a style of play, commit to it, and just build year by year, game by game.
Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Look at Philadelphia. A 2-0 start in their NBA Cup. What an incredible opportunity they have here tonight.
A win tonight gets them to 3-0. It puts them in the driver's seat to advance out of their group. Normally, 3 wins is the magic number to get to the quarters.
And seeing how things are shaking out for the Nets as well, this is their 3rd group play game. And with a 1-1 record, this is really a must-win contest.
And with this one, being on the road, it won't be easy. They're going to have to fight to stay alive in this NBA Cup tournament.
Here's Johnson, following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So both teams making some changes here. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the...
We're going out there. No letter.
And for the Nets, they're shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Wilson out there with Williams. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Martin in at the 2.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Wilson the pass to Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pocket 6. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound by the 76ers. The Great Ones got 5 rebounds tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
On the wing, Williams, defended by George. Williams passes to Wilson. George with the steal. To the paint. A nice shot by McCain.
Don't you love the awareness that Paul George brings to the table on a night-by-night basis? How about that pass?
Now, here's Johnson. He's covered by the Great One. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
The 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Here's Martin, still without a basket. Back to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Launches from deep. Pass to McCain. The 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Johnson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Back to Martin. On the wing, Johnson. Outside Williams. Here's the 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
The 76ers leading by 19 points. Lets the 3 fly. Bangs home the trifecta. And that's now 29 points with the Great One.
Paul George is always about making the right play. What a pretty pass.
You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded. and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
Pass to Claxton. Right side, Wilson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Nets making a switch here. Brownie's checked in. The free throw off from the great one. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament, and Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific.
Yeah, of course, they also count in the regular season standings as well. It allows teams a second trophy to chase, a championship that's a lot earlier in the calendar. And I tell you who else benefits, a lot of the young teams, because it puts them in a playoff mindset. I think it's going to help their progression over the course of the season.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Philadelphia leading by 20 to the inside. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 6 points.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
And the foul called on the great one. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Wilson with it. He averages about 5 points a game. Johnson draws the double. Johnson finds Martin. Oh, good on the 3. 76ers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. The great one, again, Philadelphia.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Now, here's Johnson. Guarded close. Outside Wilson. It's Martin on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Martin's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And George, here we go. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Pass to Johnson from past the arc. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers leading by 23. And he trains the 3. Good-looking shot there from the great one. The great one's got 39. Johnson draws the double. Now Sharp. Here's Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Pass to the great one. Rebounded by the Nets. Outside Martin. Johnson in the corner. Connects from three-point range. Johnson's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Maxey's checked in for the 76ers. 6 to shoot. Here's Melton. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
From outside the arc, the rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside, here's Russell. Second shot opportunity. Offensive rebound. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed.
And another miss he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Johnson outside. From 13, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The Great One's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Puts up a deep three. A rebound by the Nets.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Brooklyn's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here's Sharp. Out to Russell. Another shot. He lays it in. Russell's got 7 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the wing on the left. Here's the Great One. Oh, good with the triple. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Nets. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Russell finds Johnson. Nets passing it around. Johnson can't hit.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's the Great One. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Johnson can't hit. Philadelphia shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. And it's the Great One missing. Johnson, the pass to Russell. And here's Sharp. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. The Great One's got 48.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
A shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use...
He got it again. Sensational.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now 3rd in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible.
And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. And they get it. Buries it from three-point range. Melton's got 11 points.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Back to George. Three-pointer. And it's Melton with the rebound. The Nets shooting around 43% from the floor in the second quarter. Johnson dishes to Russell. Tries from 10, and it's off the back rim, no good. The 76ers shooting it quite well, 52% from the field in the second quarter. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Russell kicks to Johnson. Russell sets a screen for Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know what's interesting to me about Cam Johnson? He comes into the
So it's the Philadelphia 76ers going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be right back after this.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the 76ers.
When you could...
And that concludes halftime.
And after a very... checked in for the 76ers. Long range from the inbound. Connects again from distance.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's the great one, and it's Embiid in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Pass to Yabusele. Here's the great one. Back to Embiid. And yes, it's good. Embiid's got 8 points.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Russell passes to Williams. Johnson outside. Pass to Russell. Shot clock at 5. Williams from outside. The offensive rebound. Sharp. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Maxey kicks to George. Here's Embiid, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And here's Russell. 9 points in the game so far. Nobody near Melton. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The shot by George, no good.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Williams kicks to Russell. Embiid with the steal. And Embiid throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Back to Melton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Embiid. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
Pass to Maxey. Traps in the tray. Maxey's got 12 in the game.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Russell finds Williams. Melton feeling it out a bit, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen.
Good, another from 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for third most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, D.A. What a shooting performance. Pass to Johnson. They need this. It's good from long range. 8 points for him.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
The 76ers have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
And again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Russell from long range. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Brooklyn's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Williams finds Russell. And good that time. Russell's got 11 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Good! Another from three.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. Melton, no good. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Russell passes to Melton. Williams with a clean look. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet.
3 points.
Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's the great one. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Maxey against Russell. Pass to Melton. Fires the three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Edwards comes in for George. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Maxey. The Nets also changing it up. Brownie's checked in, and it's Wilson in for Williams.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The great one with the bucket.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Russell passes to Johnson. Will it go? Drained for 2 points. 14 points for Keon Johnson. And Philadelphia has possession. Fires it up. Again, what an avalanche!
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Shoots the three. Sinks the triple. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Missed three there from the great one. Net shooting 47% from the field in the third. Kicks it out to Wilson. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
And it's the great one missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage.
And got it! Another basket.
And he's been out of this world tonight. Unreal offensively.
The points just keep adding up. Close to the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. Pass to Russell. Sharp on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Sharp's got his second bucket of the night.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And that one is good. And that's 13 points for D'Angelo Russell.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough mind.
And good! He hits it again.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. To the wing right side, here's Grimes. Another three for Philadelphia.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Johnson draws the double. Sharp finds Russell. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Philadelphia's shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want, when they want it. Johnson inside, 20 feet out, and Russell gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his third assist on the night. Here's the great one, and yep, another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Russell passes to Johnson. And here's Sharp, defended by Drummond. Here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Johnson's got 7 now in this quarter.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Here's the great one. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Wilson. Pass to Sharp. Russell from long range. A three-pointer is right on target. Russell's got 11 in the second half. Got it up. And so it's Philadelphia with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true art.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And with that, they remain undefeated in Group 1. And with just
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some in the back of the locked on wrist, see my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she tryna bless me like I said I chew, like a sneeze. Please for them getting cream. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist. No crawling, went straight to walking with foreigns, and my garages are foreign. Anything for $1, they tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did it with Mariah. Lil', I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey to rest in peace. Hey to rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? Moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the Aston Martin, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these, some like Papa on the spinach. Double M, yeah,